Hey everyone, tonight we're going to talk about Opendoor Technology, and I think we're on our third consecutive green day. 3 green days in a row. Very nice candlestick pattern. What is this called? Three soldiers going up. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, 3 nice green candlesticks, and we're above all the moving averages on the daily chart. The upper Bollinger Band resistance is at 848, 850. After hours, we're at $8.37. So we're just right below it. The weekly candle is still looking good. Much better. Every day the weekly candle gets better and better. And here are the resistance lines that I drew yesterday, and it's still holding up. Right here at the 848 I drew yesterday. I drew resistance at the 860, 888, 929, and it's almost accurate. We went to $8.62. The resistance that I drew yesterday was at $8.60, 2 pennies off. So what I want to see is, can we go up again tomorrow? Are we going to be green again tomorrow on the daily chart? After hours, we're down red, but we're under 1%, 0.94% after hours. A lot of the other stocks are mixed, green and red. Opendoor, 0.95% red. Not too far away from another green after hours. So we'll see what happens in the next hour or two and see if we can go green. But if we don't, 3 green candles like this, you gotta be happy with it, right? You gotta be happy with it. We're now testing the area of October 28th. That was our resistance in October 28th. We had an 8.55 resistance right there, and we actually broke it today, $8.55. So we're doing big things. Opendoor Technology. People have been asking me, will we get a profit tape anytime soon? We'll take a look at that in a few. And I'm going to draw the support lines. I don't have the support lines in here, but I'm going to draw it very soon. Let's see what kind of news we have. And here we are. It says Opendoor soars 21% on a Q3 beat. It's funny how just a few days ago, last week, they were saying Opendoor goes down on a bad earnings. And now they're saying Opendoor soars on a 21% Q3 beat. It's crazy how things just change up so suddenly when the stock starts doing good. And again, Opendoor Technology updated its financial outlook with adjusted net income expected to break even by the end of 2026. And we have a picture of a house right here. I think it's a house or a condo. I don't know. It said 15 best states for home buyers, first time home buyers. So I guess it might be a condo or a house. I don't know. And as stated before, JP Morgan overweight rating for Opendoor, holding at an $8 price target after the Q3 report. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but it says Morgan Stanley analysts increased Opendoor price target to $6 from $2. So I don't know if I mentioned that last video, but they're at $6 and JP Morgan's at $8. Now what we want to do is, the more we have good news and good data, we want these institutions to upgrade the price even more. JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, we want it to upgrade even more. Like right now it's at $8. Soon, hopefully they'll say $10 as our price increase for Opendoor. Morgan Stanley right now is at $6. Let them go to $8. Let them go to $10. Then JP Morgan go to $12. So we want to steadily have a price target increase from the institutions. And when that's happened, you know that your stock is doing well and your company is heading the right direction. And this news came up again. Opendoor has a plan to complicate life for short sellers betting against the meme stock. There we go. We got that meme stock word is back again. And you know how they're doing that. We mentioned it in the last video about the warrants. It's complicating the life of short sellers. Short sellers are having a hard time shorting the stock, and that's why Opendoor is moving the way it does. When the short sellers aren't there, things get much easier trading a stock. Can you open up a short position on Opendoor? Sure, you can, but the warrants are going to make things difficult, where it comes to the point where it's not even worth it. Not even worth it. There's so many stocks out there to short. Why take your chances on Opendoor? And that's why we're seeing movements the way we are. Let's see if we can see a pattern for the past 3 days without the short sellers ruining things, right? This was on November 7th. Pre-market, 3 green candles on the hourly, large green candlestick at the open, slowly went up from 11:30 all the way to close. Green candlestick at the open, once again, slowly went up to close. Green candlestick wasn't as big as these right here, this one right here, and this one right here, but it attempted to become big like these, because as you can see, the candlestick has a long tail going up. So it tried to go up, but it got pushed down. Possibly because people were thinking that there's no way Opendoor can go up again a lot 3 days in a row, right? There's no way. So people were probably taking profit, and what happened was it came down from profit takers, but Opendoor is so strong, it continued its pattern. Green candlestick at the open of the market, slowly went up, consolidate. Same thing, 3 days in a row. Here's the pump, slowly go up, consolidate. Pump, slowly go up, consolidate. Pump, came back down, but slowly went up, consolidate. 3 days in a row, same thing, same pattern over and over again. Nothing has changed. Decent volume too. Let's see how much volume we had. November 7th, we had 214 million volume. November 10th, 222 million volume. And today, 225 million volume. That's amazing. That really is amazing how they can keep the volume so steady. 214, 222, 225. It's like they're doing the same pattern every single day. If we keep getting the same volume, same moves every single day, it's just going to keep going up. So what you want to look for is you want to see high spikes of volume. If we started getting days like 400, 500, 600, 700 million volume, then you want to keep your antennas up. You want to say, oh, why we have so much volume now? Is it time to sell, or what's going on? Because that's what happened here. We had 1 billion volume day. Then after that 1 billion volume day, it just slowly started to come down. But at 222 million volume, looks like a sweet spot for Opendoor. It looks really, really good. And for the people following OPAD, same thing. 3 green candlesticks. Not such a big move like Opendoor, but it is following the same pattern as Opendoor. Lennar, different business, same sector. 3 green candlesticks. All right, 3 green candlesticks going up. So if you're bullish on the housing market, you pretty much could have bought calls in all 3 stocks if you wanted to, and just watch it go up, because they all have the same pattern, same candlesticks, 3 green candles in a row. And what I like for Lennar is how we have a nice green candlestick right here for the weekly, and the volume bar right here is very low. And if you've been watching my videos, you know, a nice green low volume bar with a nice price uptick, pretty much all buys, right? Not too much selling at all. Pretty much all buys. That's good. So the thing we have to watch for in Opendoor Technology is that it is coming up on 3 resistance, and they're all pretty much bunched together. They're all pretty close to each other. 860, 888, and 929. You're going to have to watch for that, because you're going to find a lot of resistance. You could start seeing more volume in that area. You could see a little bit of selling in that area too. That could be an area where we finally take some profit. But just because it's a high resistance area, it doesn't mean we can't break it. It doesn't mean we can't break it at all. We could possibly break 860, 888, and 929 and go above it. But something like this could happen right here. See how on October 6th, we broke all 3 resistance and we hesitated a little bit. We had 3 candles in a row that really couldn't break that 929. And then when that happened, Opendoor started to trade downward. But this time, we want to see something different. If we get something like this, it breaks the 3 resistance and hesitate, we want to continue to go up. Or we want to come down maybe 1 or 2 days and then go up and break that 930 again. But like I said, there's no guarantee that's going to happen. There's no guarantee we're going to stop at 929 and then hesitate, because we have been in that area before. So this is just our second run around, our second visit back to the area again. And this time we're much, much stronger. Came down to 524. We reloaded and we said, let's try this again. And if you're still watching, I'm going to give you a tip for everybody who's still watching, like a reward. One of the reasons why Opendoor hasn't went down, kind of like a mentality thing. Institutions know how retail think. You may not know that, but they know what retail is going to do before retail even do it. So when Opendoor came down to $5.24, right, and it made this huge pump right here, some retail said, oh, we came up. Let me get out before this goes back down. I'm going to take whatever profit I have, whatever money I can get to cut my losses since we went up so much in just one day. And institutions know that. So a lot of retail got out right here because they're nervous. They thought Opendoor was going to go back down again since their earnings were bad. So what did institutions do? They pumped it up another day. Then some retailers saying, I finally broke even, or I'm actually green. I have a profit. Let me get out of this stock before it's too late. So retail sold some more. Then the third day, they know retail is going to say, it's no way Opendoor can go up 3 days in a row. It's no way. So retail possibly sold in the beginning of the day. Institutions know where retail mind is at. They know what they're thinking. They know what they want to do. They know majority of retail don't like to hold for too long. They keep bringing it up. So they keep bringing the price up, keep bringing the price up. Then at some point, some retail can be priced out of it because they want it in at around $4 to $5. Now they can't get that $4 or $5 anymore. Now, if you want to get in Opendoor, you got to pay $8, $8.50. There are some people saying, oh, Opendoor is going to go back down to $5 to retrace or fill a gap. All right. But this is a different Opendoor. We're not going back down to $5. And I'll be surprised if we go back down to $6. Because once institutions and insiders, Goldman Sachs get in, they're not going to bring the price down too far. You got to remember, these people are experts. A lot of them knew that the stock was going to go down to $5.24 before it even went down to $5.24. So they're ready to buy in. Remember, Jane Street is priced in around $9. A lot of other institutional buyers, they're priced in around $6. So when the price was going down to $5, $6, $4, they're not worried at all because they already know that they're going to bring the price back up again. So that's the advantage institutions and insiders have over retail. They know where the price is going to go before it goes there because they have the money to move the price easily. All right, everybody, don't forget, like this video if you want more Opendoor videos, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Take care.